Welcome, Gemini, to Mystic Inspirations. My name is Leanne. I will be giving you your tarot forecast for the upcoming full moon in Capricorn. I do have to say, right off the bat, there's, for some of you, a disconnect between the message that you're receiving intuitively and the message that you are relaying. I feel like perhaps you're talking yourself out of the fact that you are getting messages. It's very clear to me that you are getting messages from spirit, from your higher self, and perhaps you're denying it or just talking yourself out of the fact that, maybe this can't really be happening. So anyway, I wanted to let you know that. Now, about full moons bring endings. Full moons bring fullness. Full moons bring illumination. So this is what we are going to find out for this full moon in Capricorn. Bottom of the deck is our underlying energy. I always like to check the bottom. We have King of Swords. So we have an underlying energy of a very sharp, intellectual type feel. Now, Gemini, you are an air sign, and this could definitely just represent you being at the top of your game. You're communicating well. You are, speaking your truth, saying it like it is. But this is also very indicative of, messages that you're getting. And again, as I said at the beginning of the video, I feel like maybe your messages that you're getting, you might be talking yourself out of it, okay? This is definitely an in your head card, but clear and concise. This could also be representative of lawyers and judges, in that if there is a legal matter that you need to address and ask help with, this is somebody in authority that has knowledge and information on things. So Gemini, this is your underlying energy. This is your air sign energy. Air signs also Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this could also be a person in your life, which, as I've said in every other video, I don't like to assign people to court cards when I'm doing a general reading. However, it is possible that this is another air sign or somebody in your life who has these King of Swords qualities, that is sort of just very important to you, very near you. Could be a boss, co-worker, sister, brother. These are not gender specific. So just because it says king does not mean that it's a male figure. So, it could be somebody in your life that is very smart, intellectual, communicates well, straight and to the point, no bullshit. Again, very knowledgeable, somebody you would go to for advice. And this may be you, Gemini, people be coming to you for advice. And so that may be what is the underlying thread here during, the few days before and the few days after this full moon, is that, you've sort of been sought after for information, or you are seeking information. Okay, so let's get on with the cards. What is this full moon bringing to its fullness, or bringing to an end? We have the Eight of Swords. Okay, Gemini, are you up in your head? Are you thinking negatively? That's what this Eight of Swords is. Eight of Swords is feeling paralyzed and stuck and sort of trapped, when in fact you really are not. It's not a physical entrapment, although it feels physical, and it can actually paralyze you in a way that you don't make any moves, because mentally you have thought the worst. You're sort of bringing in all of the fear aspects of whatever's going on, and in reality, they're not there. Okay, they are not. You are not in harm's way. You are not. All of these what ifs. That's what I like to call these. These are the what ifs. The worst case scenarios. That's what you're standing in the middle of here. And in reality, none of these are actually happening. Okay, these are just scenarios that you've made up in your mind of what could happen or what could come about. Okay, and so this full moon is bringing an ending to that, which is wonderful, Gemini, because as an air sign, you tend to stay in your head a little bit, and this also could mean low or lack of communication. Okay, so Gemini, you might find that with this full moon, instead of staying quiet, you are actually going to start relaying messages, as I said in the beginning, instead of talking yourself out of them. Okay, so a couple of different scenarios for you, Gemini. Also, this is saying that for those of you, I'm just getting this now, for those of you dealing with depression, anxiety, I feel like the full moon is going to illuminate that. And it's going to bring an end to that feeling of being stuck and being in the dark and being in, that anxious depression, mode. Um, However, there needs to be help with that. Okay, so perhaps you are going to an authority figure for advice because you are concerned and you just don't know which way to go or what way to turn. And perhaps that authority figure is a doctor and straight up says, you know what, you need to be medicated, or you need to quit your job, you're too stressed at your job. But I honestly just feel like for a great deal of you, you're going to stop focusing on the negative and start seeing the positives. And that's what this full moon is bringing to light, is that, you know, you no longer need to feel trapped in a fearful situation. That's coming to an end. Now, what needs to come to an end, we have the Two of Cups. We have a very balanced, loving relationship, whether this is a romantic partnership or a co-worker partnership. Maybe this is even a loving family member partnership. But in a position of needing to come to an end, um, perhaps Gemini, you are partnering with somebody. This is also, I was going to say, a marriage card. This is very balanced emotional energy. So, as what needs to come to an end, I feel like you need to maybe move on. Perhaps somebody is offering you support in a way that you're not able to receive it anymore. I just felt like, also, I feel like, and I don't know who this is going to resonate with, hopefully somebody, but I feel like there's a drinking partner. And I know this is probably going to be very specific for maybe just one or a few of you, but I feel like what really needs to come to an end is your drinking buddies. Okay, I feel like you have somebody in your life that you every time you get together, it's a loving relationship. It's you know emotionally satisfying, but your drinking buddies, basically. All you do is drink together. I feel like that needs to come to an end. Okay, and I know that's very literal from the cards, and it's not going to resonate with everyone, but I just say it like I hear it. Um, Also, we have, with the Two of Cups, this is also the coming together of earth and water. So, as a card of, needing to come to its fullness, maybe the relationship that you have with an earth sign is maybe needing to end. And again, this could be a significant other, this could be a job, a coworker, a project partner, this could be a family member that you've just been too involved with. That it's a loving relationship, but it's time to let this go. Perhaps you aren't nourishing each other the way you need to. So, whatever that is for you, Gemini, or whoever that is, it's time for it to come to an end. Okay, so what is coming to you? This full moon is bringing to you the Queen of Wands. Again, this could be a person, but not necessarily. Fire sign would be Sagittarius, Leo. Um, oh gosh, I just drew a blank. Sagittarius. Leo, Aries. Uh, this could be male or female, but somebody who, or not even necessarily a fire sign, but somebody who carries these attributes could be coming into your life, sort of offering um, some spontaneity, some reignition of passion. Okay, so maybe the negative thoughts that you were having were just that you no longer had passion for what you were doing. Okay, maybe the relationship that you're in that needs to come to an end, it no longer has passion. Okay, it has love, but there's no more passion. Okay, so perhaps this passion that's coming to you, this Queen of Wands energy, it's warm, it's inviting, it's fiery, it's spontaneous, it's athletic, it's spiritual, it's sexual, it's sensual. It's all of those things, and that is what's coming to you, Gemini. So all in all, this looks like an amazing, full moon experience for you. But there are some tough things that you're going through. So I hope this helps you maneuver through these lunar energies. If this did not resonate with you, please watch your moon and rising sign video. And for a private video, or excuse me, a private reading just for you, um, please contact me through our website, mysticinspirations.com. And I will be back here in August for your monthly tarot forecast. I hope you have a great rest of your week.